So 2015 started off pretty good. I had a fantastic time with my friends at that time of my life, and I felt kind of comfortable with everybody, I guess, and definitely spent time with friends and people. Um, and also, I just felt really young at that point, even though I was 15, and that's not that long ago, that was literally a year ago. Um, I just felt so young and like out of place, and really, I don't know, like mature, but not mature at the same time, like completely opposite. I don't really know even how to explain it. Um, that didn't last for very long. Probably like January through maybe February, March, probably February. Um, I felt like that. Then once it came to like February, March, I remember being really obsessed with Maddie Bragg. And I could see on like my Instagram, and this is my Instagram mostly, and even my YouTube videos a little bit, I was definitely trying hard to be like her and to be like older and stuff because I really hated being 15. It was like an awful age for me. Um, and it worked out okay at first, I guess, and then I just started to realize that that's not me, and then I should probably stop trying to act like her and be like her because I'm not her, I'm me. Um, so that lasted throughout probably April, May, something like that. So that whole like beginning of 2015 even was just kind of like not rough, but just still trying to figure out me. So it was fun, but I also realized that I need to get my shit together and like be myself. So that took a turn. For some odd reason, I can't seem to really remember all the stuff that like happened in 2015 because everything has kind of been a blur lately. Not like lately necessarily, but like from 2014 to 2014, the beginning of the school year, and all of that just seems like a blur. And like last year around fall time, all of it is just like messed up, and my brain doesn't seem to want to comprehend what was recent and what wasn't recent, so it's just kind of a little confusing for me, and I don't really know why. Because I remember, I think it was 2014, or yeah, I think it was August of 2014, I broke off a relationship with a really, really close friend. And I remember making a video shortly after that period of my life, and it was like a video that I never posted, but I was gonna post it because it was gonna be more of like a personal video kind of explaining me like stop being friends with her or whatever. And then I was looking through my brother's computer and then I saw the video on there because I like had it but I just never posted it and stuff. And and then I was looking through my Instagram and I took a picture the same day. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, that's just weird to think that like that was not that long ago. It was only a couple years ago, but it feels like it was so long ago. Um, but it really wasn't that long ago. And then shortly after, obviously after that summer, and then the beginning of the school year, I don't, it's just so confusing. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The beginning, after that summer, and the beginning of that school year is a complete, like, blurry mess. I had my hair longer, probably to about, like, here. I had a crush on this dude, and he, like, took over my life because I was, like, always thinking about him, even though, like, he could care less about me, and he didn't even know that I had a crush on him because I wanted to keep it that way. And I was 14 at the beginning of my freshman year, but for basically the rest of my freshman year I was 15 because my birthday's in October. So like the first month I was 14. So that's where it's just weird and confusing. So sorry about like my hair. I'm trying to like keep my bangs like out of my face because I don't want them to cover up my eyeball because that happens. So I do remember like the very beginning of 2015 because I just remember me and my friends would go ice skating a lot in December and January and stuff. Not December, that would be 2014. In like January. So I kind of remember just like the beginning, but like the rest is just kind of confusing. So summer of 2015 was kind of one of my least favorite summers like ever, because I didn't really have any friends this year, and I'm not like complaining, it's not like a pity party or anything, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't have anyone to really hang out with, except for one friend, Tori. We hung out a little bit, and like did photo shoots and stuff in the summer, which is always fun, but for most of the summer, I didn't have anybody to hang out with, so I was just kind of in my room watching Netflix all summer. I didn't get a tan. I went swimming maybe like 3 times of the whole entire summer, and I basically stayed inside most of the time just because there was nothing to do outside. There was nobody to hang out with or anything to do, so I was inside. June and July were like really boring, and I really tried to make them exciting and not boring because I didn't want my summer to just be nothing, but I just couldn't get myself to do anything, and so those whole like 3 months were just kind of like bleh, they were horrible. I did go to summer camp in 2015. I've been going to the same camp for 5 years. Been going there for 5 years. And that was really fun. It was always fun to see my camp family, and that made my summer heightened, but I still only went to like the pool a few times because, it was like 5 day long camp. And I didn't get a tan either because previously I would have already had a tan, and then I get tan really tan at summer camp, but I didn't get tan at all. This year at summer camp, I decided to bring my camera with me, so I brought like my really nice camera and then took a bunch of pictures, and I posted them on my Facebook and Instagram and stuff, and I was so glad to have that memory captured because I never really had that before. I only brought like a digital camera that like sucked and like didn't really get like cool pictures and stuff. So now I really have like nice hard memories from that summer camp. So that's going to be fun to look through in the next few years. In 2015, I kind of really discovered that I love photography. I never really knew before because I filmed YouTube videos, obviously, but I never really took pictures with my camera. But I really discovered this year how much I love capturing pictures because it's like so cool and it's so different than videos, and videos are obviously like better because you actually get to like see you and hear you and stuff. But I just love capturing photos of my friends and capturing photos of just really cool things because they just, I don't know, it's just a really fun thing, and I really have tried to learn more about cameras and stuff like that this whole year. So I definitely see myself getting really into it in 2016, and I'm really excited about 2016. In August of 2015, I did Vita. If you haven't seen that, you should see all of those videos. I literally did a video every single day in August. I did not miss a single day, unlike VED. Obviously, VED was a huge fail. But Vita wasn't a fail, so that was fun. I definitely enjoyed doing that. I had so much like creativity after that and just felt really inspired, and I really love the way all those videos turned out. I love the way they look. I'm proud, very, very, very proud of myself for accomplishing that. So that was kind of something that I did in the summer because like I said, had nothing to do all summer, so I wanted a project for myself to feel accomplished about, and I fulfilled my goal. So September for me, September was one of the only months that I can really remember that didn't go by super fast. I remember telling myself in August that I wanted to start just settling down and not thinking about the future and think about the present. Because when you think about the future and what's going to be awesome in a week or what's going to be awesome next month, then your month just goes by so fast because your mind isn't thinking about what's happening now, it thinks about what's going to happen, so then everything that is happening now, you just ignore it, and then it just goes by like that. So I really realized that I really wanted to just sink it all in. I just wanted to just think about now and be excited about now because, autumn is my favorite month. That doesn't make any sense. Autumn is my favorite season, and September is obviously the start of autumn, so I really wanted to enjoy that. I don't really remember necessarily what happened in September too much. Don't know why, I just don't really remember much from this year. There's like highlights and certain things that must have happened that I'm like, oh yeah, obviously that happened this year. But it's just all messed up in my head. October. October is my favorite month in the whole entire world. I love it dearly. Unfortunately, this year I was not able to enjoy my sweet October. Many things happened in my family, nothing like mega serious, I guess. It's just everybody was so stressed out and so angry the whole month, and just everything was happening all at once, and my parents were depressed, my sister was depressed, everyone was depressed, and if everybody else around me is upset, I become upset because I don't know if it's because I'm an extrovert, but I just feed off of other people's energy. So if I'm getting negative energy, I feel negative and I feel upset. If everybody else around me is happy and excited, then I feel excited because I just want to be like them. So if everyone is sad, then I'm upset. So because everyone else was upset, I was upset, and everything was just, it went by way too quick. I don't remember October because it was horrible. I'm not really a depressed person. I don't really stay depressed or get depressed too easily. But I just felt so upset and like helpless then at that period of time, and it was horrible. So for Halloween, I didn't even really get to do that much because my original plan was to be Coraline, and then that didn't end up happening because my dad got all upset, and like I said, when he's upset, I'm upset. So then I just had like a mental breakdown and then just didn't end up dressing up, and I'm too old to trick-or-treat now anyway, so I wasn't even able to enjoy trick-or-treating, so I just dressed up as a cat and then went out with my little brother and my sister, and we had a fun time when it boiled down. But it's still just the idea that I'm getting old now and there are certain things that I can't do anymore is a saddening thought. November was actually surprisingly really good. I had a super fun month. I normally hate November, but in Virginia this year, the leaves are actually like in full bloom in November and stayed for like even into December. Like they stayed for so long. And the weather was perfect. It wasn't too like dreary and dark and stuff like November normally is, and that's what I associate it as. So yeah, I had a fun time with my sister. We did a lot of cool things. So November was definitely starting to peak up a little bit for me. December has been actually pretty good. This year has been great. I started off with doing VED, obviously, not VED, yeah, VED. I started off by doing VED, and VED helped a little bit at first because since the weather has been so warm in Virginia, I wasn't able to really enjoy like Christmas. I never felt the Christmas spirit really because it didn't look like Christmas, it didn't feel like Christmas. So with VED at first, what I wanted it to be was something that I could just make really Christmassy so that I was forced to sit and I was forced to make content about Christmas, but not be like really boring and make like DIY treats because let's be real, no one really does that. I was incredibly busy all month. All month, I was basically go every single day. Every day, I was go. So I didn't have time to finish. That was gross, I'm sorry. I didn't have time to really do VED as much as I had hoped to, but I still am glad that I did what I did because I'm proud of some of the content that I put out. So I don't know why I just forgot this, but obviously in June I got my permit. I got my learner's permit, and I've been learning to drive ever since June. I have about probably 19-20 hours of driving now, and I'm one of the better drivers of our house. Mom is a safe driver, and I'm a safe driver, so me and my mom are the only ones in this house that are safe drivers. My dad is a horrible driver, no offense, Dad. My sister is an okay driver. She doesn't believe me when I say that, but she's kind of like, I'm better than her. Sister got her permit when she was 16, and I wanted to make sure that I got my permit when I was 15 and got my license when I'm 16. I get my license in March. That's a really exciting thought. I'm just beyond excited because I'm just so ready to get my license. Driving is like a really fun thing for me to do. So yes, and obviously driving is a privilege and not a what is the saying in driver's ed? It's a privilege, not a right. It's not a right. So I know to be careful. That pretty much sums up 2015. Basically, long story short, there were highlights in 2015, but most of 2015 kind of sucked. So I just have a really good feeling about 2016. I have a super duper good feeling that it's going to be an amazing year because I'm going to make it a good year. I'm going to make it great. I want to make really great content. I want to make really good art. I want to further my camera abilities and find myself more and do better in school and just all these things that I'm really excited to work on in my life. I just like having a fresh start and a clean slate, so I just feel like 2016 will be the year of good things to come. This isn't really going to be edited down too much because I feel like most of this needs to be said, and it's mostly for me. It's like probably not for anybody else. I am going to post this, but you don't have to watch it. You probably didn't watch it. If you did watch it, you are a #1 fan, and I appreciate you. If you did watch it, comment chicken eggs, because that's how I know you watched it. First thing that came to my mind. So yeah, I'm going to end this off now. So see you in 2016.